The champ is here!
What's up, Jobber Nation? Welcome to the first ever episode of the JobberNation TV podcast. Well, we talk about everything going on here in the world of wrestling, or should I say sports entertainment. I'm your host, Akio, aka the champ, joined here by
that
the
boy
homie.
Shawnee. You know who it is. It's that boy Shawnee, the smartest person that you'll ever be on this channel.
Dude.
Just telling the truth. Just telling the truth.
We're not going to start this podcast lying to people. Yeah, joined by Shawnee. And we're going to just talk about a few things going on in wrestling here right now on the road to WrestleMania. And let's just kick it off right now with Monday Night Raw, pretty much. Monday Night Raw, road to WrestleMania. Let's start off right at the top. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Shawnee, so far, just tell me how you feel about that so far.
Well, I just want to start off by saying that this came out of nowhere. No one could have predicted that Roman Reigns and Lesnar would be main eventing Mania. No one could have seen this coming. This is just mind-boggling. I am shocked to all hell. I cannot even begin to tell you that this is just some BS. We don't want to see Roman Reigns against Lesnar again at another Mania main event.
Wait. But why though? Why? Like, I don't see what I don't want to see it, but the actual match at Mania they had last time, it was actually a very good match.
Because it is predictable. Just like the Elimination Chamber, it was all predictable. We want to see some new, fresh stuff, some new, fresh storylines, some new, fresh faces at the top other than Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Braun Strowman. Even though I love Braun Strowman, we need to get some more people cycling through this.
Okay, go ahead.
What was
I had to do a little Braun thing like, when he always like yells and stuff. But
stick to your day job.
No, but I feel you though. Like when it comes to being predictable, because right now, like you said, the only true main eventers Raw has, like you said, is Reigns, Lesnar, and Braun Strowman. And I would have to add maybe Seth Rollins after his performance last week. Even though he's going to be in the Intercontinental match at WrestleMania, I feel like if they wanted to, they could have added him like to the main event. But as far as Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, like I don't actually have a problem with watching the match. It's just, as you mentioned, as most people mentioned, it's too predictable. We all know Roman Reigns is going to win. We all know Brock Lesnar. Well, I don't know if you guys know, but Brock Lesnar is pretty much, I don't think he wants to even wrestle. I think he wants to go back to the UFC.
Yeah.
He already knows that he's going to lose. And actually, I don't know if you know, but he actually no-showed Raw just this past Monday.
Oh, yeah.
And and that's because they said like he's already passed his contractual dates or whatever it is, so he really doesn't have to show up if he doesn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
So he's taking advantage of that. But I do gotta admit, on Monday Night Raw, Roman Reigns gave perhaps his best promo that I've heard him give. Like, did you see it?
Yeah, I will say that I don't hate Roman Reigns. We've had this conversation multiple times, but
let's not get on that subject again. We might take all day.
Yeah, I don't hate Roman Reigns. I hate this. I don't know, this air about him that he just has to be the best at everything. But I will say that his skills on the mic have improved. And I don't know, maybe back when he was feuding with John Cena, his mic skills kind of looked lackluster. Maybe because John Cena was just so good on the mic as opposed to him when he was supposedly forgot his lines, or if that was a work, I don't know. But, you know.
No, he forgot. No, it wasn't a work. He forgot.
He really forgot. Okay, well, he really forgot his lines and all that, you know. But he has improved. I will give him that. He has improved. In the ring, as far as wrestling goes, I mean, he has been doing a lot better. He is, you know, pretty entertaining to watch. But I will say that this push that he's just always, you know, at the top.
I think that's the biggest problem. Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Like the push, he's been getting a push since 3 years ago, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's gotten a push, and I think that's what's been annoying people, because if you take away the push and just look at him like the wrestler, he's decent on the mic when is allowed to just say whatever he wants to say, and he's Actually, he puts on a good match, at least a decent match every single time he wrestles. So I think it's just the fact that he's always getting pushed that's really made the people hate Roman Reigns. Because to be honest, I don't hate him. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Roman Reigns. I don't hate him though, but I mean, he's the big dog, so you gotta give him his respect.
Yeah, it's his yard apparently, but yeah, like I agree with everything you just said. It's it's totally
Oh,
cool. I mean, it's totally yeah. It's a shock that we actually agree, but I will say yeah. I mean, this hate that he gets, like if you used to go on their YouTube channel, see the comment section, it's almost all hate for Roman. He doesn't deserve that hate. I will say that, but yeah, this push and all that, it's just like Elimination Chamber, like who didn't know
yeah,
that he wasn't going to win that? I mean,
everybody and their mamas knew Roman Reigns was gonna win. Even people who don't even watch wrestling knew Roman Reigns was gonna win. Even after Braun Strowman pretty much pinned everybody,
yeah,
we all knew Roman Reigns was gonna win, pretty much.
yeah, yeah. And I will say, I will give him that. It was kind of believable that he actually pinned Strowman because Strowman was cleaning house the entire match. He was
And
wrecking house.
yeah, he
So
took everyone. He took everyone's finisher and kicked out, so
yeah.
it was believable. But yeah, so that's our feelings on Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. So how about the women's division? When it comes to like Raw's women division, I'm just gonna throw this out there right now. They're making it seem like Asuka is gonna face Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania, but I'm gonna tell you guys, everybody watching this or listening to this, I'm gonna tell you too, Shawnee, it's not gonna happen. Asuka is gonna choose Charlotte Flair to face at WrestleMania. It's gonna come down to Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. And honestly, I think I would rather see Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax than Alexa Bliss versus Asuka because Alexa Bliss versus Asuka isn't too exciting when I think about it. The last time they faced each other, it wasn't that great of a match. So, and also when you talk about pushes, Alexa Bliss has gotten a huge push.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And I don't know. I have mixed feelings about Alexa Bliss because starting out when she first debuted on SmackDown Live, she was a very weak wrestler, and when
Yeah.
it really showed whenever she would have a match with, say, Naomi or someone like that, it would really show. Especially Becky when they had their feud, you could really see that she was real lackluster. But at this point that she is at right now, I will say she has gotten better, but she's still kind of a weak wrestler. I mean, her finisher is kind of weak in my opinion.
Yeah, well, which one? She has like the DDT and she has like the Twisted
Both,
Bliss.
both of
Oh, you
them,
think both of them are weak?
both
I
of them.
think what I think when she did it off the chamber to
Oh
Sasha
yeah,
Banks, that was pretty impressive to me.
yeah. That when I saw that, I was like, Jesus, is Sasha okay? Because that did look pretty. It looked a lot more devastating than her usual, DDTs and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
I hated how Sasha Banks pretty much no showed it though. She's just like
Oh
she
yeah.
got hit with, and she just like immediately reversed it into like the bank statement. Speaking of Sasha, how do you feel about? I think if you're watching Raw like the past month or so, it's gonna lead to Sasha Banks versus Bayley.
Yeah.
I think it's a good match because we've seen them wrestle like awesome matches in the past in NXT.
Mm.
But I think there's something missing. I'm not really into it like I should be. Maybe because I'm not a fan of Bayley. I feel like her character is pretty much. I don't even know what her character is, to be honest with you. On Raw,
Must say, yeah,
huh?
her main thing is basically she going around hugging people and she's like a baby face. That's basically it. Like I'm a good guy, I'm a baby face, I'm gonna hug your kids and I'm gonna play with
Lame.
these balloons and such. That's basically her character. I mean,
It's pretty lame. Isn't it lame though? Don't you think it's lame?
her gimmick? Yeah, I think she would need something a lot more than that. And I kind of agree with you when if their Mania match is going to be Sasha and Bayley. I can understand where you're coming from. Even though they said that they put on a great match in NXT, I haven't particularly seen it, but
You need to watch it. You
yeah,
need to watch. They didn't know not only once, they fought twice, and both of them are probably two of the best. Well, two of the top 10 matches in NXT history. Like no joke.
yeah, that's what I hear about it. Whenever I see somebody talking about it, or there's comments and stuff on videos that I watch, people say that is probably like their best match ever. Even to this point, it's still one of their best matches. So if they were able to pull off something like that for Mania, then I'd be all for it. Since everybody's hyping it up, I'd be all for it. But as far as the build up and the storyline goes, I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't know.
I think it would have meant more. I think it would have meant more if like they had like a title, like they're fighting over
Yeah.
the women. Because if they're not fighting over the title, it's like I know they're fighting because maybe one of them is gonna betray the other one. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Sasha's gonna betray Bayley, but I felt like it would have meant more, give fans something to be more into if it was over the championship. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of tired of Alexa Bliss being champion.
How long has she been champion?
I don't even know. I don't even remember. It's been a really long time. Maybe since like I know it was last year. Maybe like sometime in September. I think. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I'm
I feel.
pretty tired of her
Who did she,
myself.
I don't know who she beat to become champion, but yeah, it's getting a little tiresome. But speaking of women, we have to talk about Ronda Rousey,
Oh God.
her angle against Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon, Kurt Angle. How are you feeling about that so far?
Well, first and foremost, I want to get this off my chest real quick. They need to change her theme music. That
Oh, they
music.
changed it.
Did they?
Yeah, didn't they change it on Raw? Didn't she come out to like this some new song on Raw? I thought she had like this new theme on Raw.
Oh, I don't recall. I'm gonna have to go back and check. But if they did, thank God, because that music that she had was just garbage. It was hot garbage. I'm like, it doesn't
Really?
match what they're trying to build her up to be.
Yeah, they're trying to build her up to be like a female Brock Lesnar kind
Yeah.
of. Because if you know Ronda Rousey, she makes great like mean mugging faces. Like when she looks mean, she looks mean. So she's perfect for that.
Yeah, like
But
yeah, she got that mean mugging face, but she's coming out to this very upbeat music. I'm like, something's not meshing there. She needs like more, maybe not even just rock music, but something edgier than that. You know, dun 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 dun. I need to get my reputation. Like no, it doesn't fit her.
yeah, I
So
feel you on that. I have to agree with you on that one. Yeah. How do you feel about Kurt Angle? Like, are you like looking forward to the match? Because we all know it's gonna end up being a mixed tag team match. Triple H and
yeah,
Stephanie versus Rousey and Angle. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm actually kind of hyped for like that match. I want to see Kurt Angle back in the ring.
yeah.
Him and Triple H used to have some pretty good matches back in the past. I'm actually excited to see what Ronda Rousey can do in the ring.
Yeah, yeah, I do want. I hope, and I've said this before. You know where I'm going with this. I hope that her acting skills, like she wasn't. What was it, Furious 6 or Fast and
Maybe
Furious
it's
7?
seven.
It was
It was
one of
seven.
them. She was horrible in that movie. I darn near cringed every time when Obviously, she was supposed to be like a bodyguard.
She wasn't that bad.
She was bad. The only thing that happened in that scene where I was like, okay, that's good, is when she fought and she didn't talk. When she talked, I was like, this is horrible. But when she was fighting, it was great. So
Dude,
hopefully,
give her credit on Raw. Give her credit on Raw. She gave a promo. It was pretty good.
yeah,
Like on Raw, what she did, that was pretty good. I think they're gonna like limit her, like what she says. They're gonna limit it. I think.
well, that's good. Hopefully, they limit her to what she's saying, or give her a manager like Paul Heyman or something, and just let her kick butt. That's what she's good at.
I agree on that. Yeah, I agree on that. But that's actually one of the matches I'm actually looking forward to on Raw right now. But that's all for Raw. Let's go over to SmackDown real quick. SmackDown Live's Road to WrestleMania. I'm just gonna come out and say it. It has been boring up to this point. Well, SmackDown yesterday, not yesterday, Tuesday, it was actually pretty good. It was a good SmackDown, but as a whole, SmackDown has been boring, especially the whole Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens, who else? Sami Zayn. That whole thing has been going on for like almost half a year,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
And
It's been pretty boring. I will say. Well, okay.
I'm gonna call you out, bro. Go.
No, I was gonna say no. Basically, I'm saying I'm agreeing with you on that because it's gotten to the point where I just stopped watching SmackDown altogether. I'm like, unless AJ Styles is doing something, like I watched last SmackDown because AJ Styles was going up against John Cena. That's a great match. That's a WrestleMania worthy match. So I was like, I'll watch SmackDown for that. But other than that, what you just said with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and all of that, it just I don't know, it's just not grabbing me. I don't really
Yeah, especially now that the Fastlane match is gonna be like a 6-pack challenge with Ziggler. Oh man, give me a break. I'm not even gonna start Ziggler. You know what? Speaking of Ziggler, you know what's stupid? I don't know if you noticed Ziggler when he comes out, his theme music it like shuts off. And he walks out like it's supposed to be quiet. I guess I don't know. He wants to walk out to like no music, and then after like a few seconds, his music hits. I think that's like this
What?
most. You never seen it? Like when
No.
he comes out, the music like cuts, and then he starts walking out, and then it hits again. His theme music hits. I think it's like the most stupid thing that I've seen.
Yeah.
It's even more stupid than Ronda Rousey coming out to that upbeat music. Honestly, you have to see what I'm talking about. It's stupid.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. When you were describing it, I remember when R-Truth used to do something like that. He used to come out to like no music whatsoever, and I think that's back when he was feuding with Cena and all that. If you can believe that, freaking R-Truth feuding with Cena. But
Long
yeah,
time ago.
what's that?
That's like I know I was like that was a long time ago now
Yeah,
that I think about it.
yeah, that was way long time ago. But yeah, when I think about that, that's what I thought about. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out because that just sounds dumb. Like, what's the point of that? Is there supposed to be like a story tie-in to that?
Well, yeah, because I don't know if you've seen it. Like before he left, like he had the United States Championship, and
Mm.
he was like coming out to different entrances. He was like pretending to be like CM Punk's entrance or different wrestlers' entrances because he was saying that that's what that's what people cheer them for because their entrances, and he's all about wrestling, all about stealing the show. So he started to come out to no music. Like then he
Uh,
got the championship, and now he came back for no reason pretty much, and then he's like I said, it's stupid. You have to see what I'm talking about. It's stupid though. But Ziggler's in that match. We got Baron Corbin, Zayn, Owens, Styles, John Cena. All those names. It should be an exciting match, and I'm looking forward to.
mm.
But honestly, I'm not looking forward to it at all. I'm actually debating whether or not I'm actually gonna watch it. But I must say I'm kind of nervous because I think I got a feeling Ziggler might actually win this match, and if I'm quitting the WWE.
Oh
I'm
man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, but it's that's like to me that's the boring part of SmackDown. But you know what's exciting? The only main exciting thing about SmackDown is probably the Usos and the tag team division. Have you seen it?
Uh, no, I have my brother be telling me about because, like I said, I haven't really been watching it. I know that he told me Big E put on a good promo apparently.
Yeah, Big E had a great promo. We're used to like seeing him like act like funny
Yeah.
and like jokes and stuff, but he was spitting fire at the Usos, talking about how the only reason they're like where they're at now is because they used their daddy, their family, to get to their spot, while the New Day had to start like from the
Mm.
bottom. Like they've been evolving and they've been doing this and doing that. But honestly, I think if they ever give Big E like his singles push, I actually think he could be a major star. He definitely has like the personality.
Yeah.
He's good on. He can wrestle pretty good. It's just the fact that there's something that they're holding back because they don't want, for some reason, I'm not gonna say it, but they don't want they don't want Big E in the main event scene. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say
Well,
why.
you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say what everybody's afraid to say. It's because he is black. There, I said it. It's out there. They know it. He is black. When was
I didn't say it,
when
guys. I didn't say it. It's all Shawnee. That's all
when
Shawnee. I'm not
when
accusing WWE being racist, even though I have a video like that. But go
I was
ahead.
about to say, don't you got a video calling him out for being racist? So but no, honestly, my question here is when was the last time there was a black champion for the guys? I mean, not including Sasha Banks and Naomi, but like for the guys, when was the last time there was like a top champion for black people?
Well, as far as like the main WWE Championship, the only closest thing to have to a black champion was The Rock. But like when SmackDown had like their own title, it was viewed as lesser than the Ross. Booker T did have the championship for a while.
Mm.
I think Mark Henry didn't he have it for a little
Yeah, I
bit?
believe Mark Henry had it,
Yeah,
but
he had it for a little bit. But like the main WWE championship, like the one that Bruno Sammartino has had, like all the like the Hulk Hogan has had,
yeah.
there's never been an actual black champion, except for The Rock. But we all know The Rock is more Samoan than he is black, so it doesn't even count to me.
Yeah. Well, you can't really say he's more Samoan. I mean, he talks about being Samoan more than he talks about black, but it's still 50-50. He had a black father and a Samoan mother. But you don't
That's
you never one thing, and I'm gonna just deviate real quick. Since the Black History Month promos they've been doing, there was a lot of people who was shaming Roman Reigns because they had him, kind of be the
yeah, that's,
spokesperson for Black History Month, and I thought
yeah,
that
that's
was.
what
Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, finish what
No,
you were
I
gonna
was
say.
just
You thought it
saying.
was...
Yeah, I was just saying that I thought that was hilarious. And people was like, they just don't waste any time putting Roman Reigns at the forefront, even though he's not black. And that's when I found out he was married to a black woman and has mixed children. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that. But it's just funny how people attack Roman Reigns even for that. Probably probably didn't have anything to do with that. It was probably Vince like, you got to go and learn about Rosa Parks and all that other
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, people hate Roman Reigns for anything pretty much. They probably hate him for having a black wife. They hate him for even like wearing jeans. I mean, he got hated on for wearing like man jeans on this one time. I think on a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was hating him for that too. So yeah, I feel what you're saying though. Oh, and before we get off SmackDown, just to make a fast lane predictions real quick. Who do you think is gonna win the six pack challenge championship match?
Wait, who's in it?
Because I'm gonna go with AJ Styles, but it's AJ Styles, John Cena, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn.
I would probably say John Cena just because they're doing this whole storyline where he's trying to scratch and claw his way to
Really?
Mania. So it just wouldn't look right if he did all this, lost in the Elimination Chamber, then went to SmackDown just to beat AJ Styles to go to Fastlane just to lose, and then it's like, okay, well, what happened? That plot line went
Dude, he's
nowhere.
gonna lose. No, but he's gonna lose because if he wins, he's gonna break Ric Flair's record. That's not gonna happen until they actually build it up. And I heard rumors that he's gonna fight either Undertaker or Rey Mysterio. There's no way he's gonna fight Nakamura at WrestleMania. I don't think anybody really wants to see that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you could be right, but I don't see John Cena winning at all. Even though I've been digging his story. But okay, so I'm picking AJ Styles. You pick John Cena.
Yeah.
How about one of the most boring feuds? What's his name? Bobby Roode and Bobby Roode and Randy Orton, who's fighting over who's in the top 10 list and fighting for the United States Championship. I'm gonna just say I think Bobby Roode's gonna win. Who do you think's gonna
Yeah,
win?
I'm going with Bobby Roode. I mean, I don't know. I think people are tired of Orton. I think his whole, thing, he doesn't have any momentum. So I think Bobby Roode either going to go ahead and put over the fresher guy than, the veteran. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And who else is gonna? Oh, Charlotte Flair is gonna fight Ruby Riott. SmackDown's women's division is boring, but
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
Charlotte. Who do you think is gonna win, Charlotte or Ruby? I know Charlotte's gonna
I'm
win.
about to say
Kind of.
Charlotte. It's Charlotte. Pretty much
Yeah, that's
Charlotte.
like we don't. Yeah, everybody pretty much knows Charlotte's gonna win. And New Day or Usos, who's gonna win?
That's a toughie. I'm gonna say New Day. I'm gonna give it to New
I'm gonna
Day.
say Usos. I'm gonna say Usos gonna win.
How long have they been champ?
Usos?
Yeah.
Uh, they've been champs for quite a while. I think, like maybe like 4 months, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. I'm just guessing, but they've been champs for quite a while. But I think it's gonna be a good match. But okay, so we made our fast lane predictions. Now, here's a segment we're gonna have on this podcast. It's called "Get It Off Your Chest." What that is easy. Well, you, Shawnee, and me, whatever. It could be anything about the WWE right now that's been bothering you that you just want to get it off your chest, pretty much. Kind of like a mini rant, like a minute or so,
Yeah.
just something to get off your chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. For me, we pretty much already covered it. My main gripe with WWE is basically just the writing, how predictable it is. They need to get some unpredictability going on in their scripts or something because
Yeah.
when you turn on the screen, it's just basically okay. You know this match is about to happen. You know who's going to win. You know who's going to go and to Mania and all that, and who's facing who. Like the whole thing with like Elimination Chamber. Like we've already covered all this. It's like we knew that Roman Reigns was going to win. There was no point. Like, did anyone
Exactly.
even think that Elias had a slimmer of a chance? No one thought, Elias was just there, you know. So
Yeah, I feel. And like the Miz, we knew the Miz was gonna
yeah,
win. We knew like Finn Balor.
yeah,
Finn Balor so it.
yeah, oh yeah, he's very overrated. And I thought it was funny how he had that little thing with Brock Lesnar or Vince McMahon on Twitter saying that, his match with Brock Lesnar wouldn't be boring, but in actuality it would be boring because
It would be. It would be very boring. Finn Balor does like this. I don't know. Maybe it's me. He does the same exact moves. The only moves I've ever seen him do: sling blades, stomps, and drop kicks. That's pretty much it.
that's basically. Then people talk about Roman Reigns and John Cena only having 5 moves. This dude got like 3. So I mean, if you want to talk about people who don't have moves, it's Finn Balor.
People love Balor. They think like he's some like super. I don't know. They think he's like one of the best wrestlers. I've never seen it in Finn Balor. I've never did. But okay, but I cut you off. But you done with your little rant?
Yeah, that was my rant. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, good. So now you can shut up and listen to me. So I hope whoever's listening to this, I have to get this off my chest because it's been bothering me for the past 2 months. The fact that the WWE has found a way to kill broken/woken Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Everything was set up. If you watch TNA, Matt Hardy was like the talk of wrestling when he was in control of his character. He had everything. He had his own universe. Everybody might not have loved it, but everybody was watching. Everybody was into it. Yet the WWE brings him to their show, calls him woken, and the only thing we've seen from Matt Hardy is the fact that he can laugh. A little weird laugh. Yeah. Honestly, where is Vanguard 1? Where is Senor Benjamin? Where is the Lake of Reincarnation? Where is the Great War? We need to see Matt Hardy in a Hardy compound. We need to see the real broken Matt Hardy, not this WWE crap. And the fact that they've actually put him with Bray Wyatt, perhaps the worst character in the WWE, who's done absolutely nothing but talk and talk and talk and hasn't backed one thing up in years, is bothering me, to say the least.
Yeah, well, I can tell for WWE, all those side characters within his story, that's probably just another check for them. They're like, what, we're not going to do all that. Just go out there and make a snide, comment, and then just laugh maniacally, and then that's all we're going to do for your woken gimmick.
Stupid. That's honestly stupid because I was excited when they first debuted Woken Matt Hardy. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, now we're about to see Matt Hardy do his thing. But yeah, we have gotten nothing, just the same old thing. It's pretty much like any other Bray Wyatt rivalry, which pretty much is just talking and nothing ever comes of it. And I'm really disappointed. And I'm gonna give it to WrestleMania. If we don't see anything like a Great War, I don't know. I think you watched the video I sent you a long time ago when they had this. Yeah, if we don't see anything like that at WrestleMania between him and Bray Wyatt, honestly, I don't know. I might just go down to wherever Vince McMahon's office is at. The champ might just walk up there, and honestly, I might get arrested. Honestly.
That's how you really feel, huh?
Nah, but it's annoying though. I'm super disappointed with the whole woken Matt Hardy thing. I think they had money right there in their hands. They pretty much blew it, in my opinion. But yeah, that's what I had to get off my chest for this podcast here. Now, before we end the podcast, we're both gonna just choose one male superstar of the month and one female superstar of the month from Raw or SmackDown. Pretty much who you thought was the MVP, pretty much, for the past month on either show.
All right. Well, for me, I'm gonna go first. You gonna shut your mouth and listen.
Bro,
I'm gonna go first.
I'm the host of this podcast. I'm gonna take you out.
I'm taking over the podcast. This is now my podcast. But no, for me,
I'll let you go.
But for me, I'll say for the males, I'll say Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman has actually been one of the highlights of wrestling for me. Other than maybe dare I say Roman Reigns. Dare I say it?
Wait, you're not gonna try to jump on the Roman Reigns bandwagon.
Oh no, ain't nobody jumping on no bandwagon. But I will say that Braun Strowman has been the highlight for me.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say. Well, as far as male is concerned, I was actually going to say the same thing. Well, it was between Braun Strowman and AJ Styles, but since AJ Styles' story has been pretty boring, in my opinion, I'm going to have to agree with you and go with Braun Strowman. He's pretty much he's turned from this big monster to the biggest baby face in WWE, pretty much. Every time he comes out, he's getting the biggest cheers and everything. So I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. I'm going to have to give it to Braun Strowman. And as far as the female side of things, I'm going to have to go with, I might have to just go with Asuka.
I was just about to say Asuka.
Yeah, I was gonna say I might have to go with Asuka because I'm actually surprised the WWE hasn't ruined Asuka in their streak yet.
Give it time.
They've actually built, yeah, they've actually built her up to be like this top, woman that nobody can beat. So I'm actually surprised. I'm actually gonna give the WWE credit for not ruining Asuka. And I'm excited to see like when she is gonna lose because I have no idea when she's gonna lose, to be honest.
Yeah, you're like, they didn't ruin her yet. That's the key word. Yet it is going to happen. They will ruin her. I honestly believe once she loses her streak to whoever she loses it to, she will like fall back to like mid Carter or maybe like an afterthought like Dolph Ziggler. I honestly believe that.
I hope not. I don't. When it comes to WWE, that could be true. So I hope it doesn't happen, but I wouldn't be surprised at all. And same thing with Nakamura. They've actually dropped the ball with Nakamura. He should be where Asuka, the way they've built up Asuka is the way they're building up Nakamura. But he's kind of been lackluster since coming to the main roster. But I'm gonna just wrap this up. So guys, this is the first ever. You guys are witnessing history. The first ever JobberNation TV podcast. Make sure you do us a favor and give this podcast a like. Share it on all your social medias. Follow JobberNationTV. Hit that subscribe button. Follow me on social media. Follow Shawnee. He has his own channel as well. I'll put both of those in the descriptions. So make sure you give us a follow. Tell us how you feel about the different things we're talking about here in this podcast. Make sure you comment below. Sean, is there anything you want to say before we close out this podcast?
Yeah, before we close out my podcast on my channel, make sure you guys follow me on all my social medias. Make sure you tell all your friends about me. And just remember that this is my podcast, not the champs.
Hey, guys, if you never hear from Shawnee again, just know I just went full Braun Strowman on Shawnee. So, but that's it, guys. Thank you for listening. But remember to always, always kick out at 2. The champion Shawnee, we out, guys. See ya.